Hi there and welcome back to the channel. Some people say that there's a new part in the IELTS speaking test, a part 0, that comes just before part 1 that has several other questions which could heavily influence your score. My opinion on this is that it's complete nonsense. At the start of the exam, the examiner is going to ask the candidate some very, very basic information just to make them feel comfortable. It's not scored in any way, and the purpose of it is simply to get the candidate to relax. The questions are all super easy and have the dual purpose of getting the candidate to relax a little bit and also to confirm the candidate's identity. That's basically it. So at the start of the exam, the examiner will say good morning or good afternoon, and that's the start of the 5-minute time for part 1. And then the next question will be, my name is, examiner's name, can you tell me your full name please? And for example, if the person says, oh, my name is Chen Zhao Zhao, then the examiner might say, and what shall I call you? This might be for cultures that people are using the English name in, or it might just be, for someone who's come in and said, oh, my name is John Smith, and maybe the examiner wants to know whether they prefer to be called John or whether they prefer to be called Mr. Smith or something like that. Actually, in the exam, examiners rarely use the candidate's name. I have never said to the candidate John or something like that. It's just simply not necessary, but it's a question which is there and it could be asked. And lastly, and can you tell me where you're from? Can you tell me where you're from? It's an optional question, and not many examiners actually ask it. And if you do receive this question, you should definitely not prepare a long speech. In fact, for none of these questions, a long speech should be prepared. If I'm going to give you an example, let's do this. So just as an example, good morning. My name is John Smith. Can you tell me your full name, please? My name is Chen Zhao Zhao. Thank you. And what shall I call you? Oh, you can call me Zhao. And can you tell me where you're from? I'm from Shanghai. That would be perfect. And it concludes with, can I see your identification, please? Which would be your ID card or your passport or something like that. And then the examiner will look at it and then it will return to the candidate. That's the way it works. That's the way it should be. How it shouldn't be is that people go into this so-called part 0, which is actually just part of part 1, to be honest. And they give lengthy prepared answers like, can you tell me your full name, please? Yes, my name is Chen Zhao Zhao. Chen is my family name. I got it from my father's side of the family. And Zhao Zhao means no. Absolutely not. The examiner is going to want to stop you there. It's going to cause a bad atmosphere. The same thing for, can you tell me where you're from? If you're asked that question, the correct answer should be, I'm from Thailand, or I come from Delhi. Not, I come from London. It is the capital city of Great Britain. It is a city with a population of over 10 million people. No, that is not what is demanded from this, not at all. So anyone who's telling you that this part 0 is significant in any way is really wrong. It's basically just a very, very simple introduction to confirm the candidate's identity and also to make the candidate relax, But these are not scored answers, and it's absolutely useless and redundant, and I would say counterproductive to produce a lot of prepared answers or long speeches, because the examiner is simply going to stop you and cut you off. What the examiner wants to do in part 1 is ask the questions that he has to ask in the time that he's got, and he doesn't want you as the candidate wasting time with stuff like this, because it's not even scored. So he's going to stop you, and it's maybe going to make you feel nervous that you've been stopped, that you've been interrupted. You'll feel like, oh, did I do something wrong? And well, yeah, you did, because you prepared some stupid answers that you shouldn't have been given. But that's the way it is. So I hope people found this video helpful and that you're not going to put a huge amount of effort into preparing part 0, which doesn't even really exist, and you can devote your energies to things that actually do matter and will improve your IELTS score. And I wish all the candidates good luck, and I will see you soon in the next video.